Farm to Fork Field Days for Kids is an event where we want youth to come to the Heritage Farm to learn about where our food comes from. How does it get to their table and what's the process there? So we had 12 youth from Washougal come, and first they learned about bees and the importance of bees in pollinating the plants to grow the fruits and vegetables. Then they moved on out to the farm to learn about food systems. So the food, how does the food get into our system? How does it get to the grocery store? How does it get to the food bank? What is a food bank? How do we feed the hungry? And so each of the youth then learned a little bit about what all the steps are from planting the food until it gets to the table, whether it's at the food bank or whether it's at their home. Then we moved the youth over to the Restorative Community Service Garden and learned about worm composting. And we gave each child a little mat with some compost on it, and they dug through it and found all these red wigglers. And they learned how the worms eat various kinds of fruit peelings and newspaper and vegetable peelings, and they turn it into compost, which then goes on to the fruits and vegetable plants, which then gives them more nutrients when they eat their own fruits and vegetables. And lastly, the youth went over and learned about some chickens. What's the difference between a fryer and a layer? And why are eggs from chickens brown or white or green or sometimes bluish color? And they learned that there's a little knob behind their ear that determines the color of the egg. And so they went away learning a little bit about bees pollinating the flowers of the fruits and vegetables. They learned about the food system. They learned a little bit about worms turning our fruit peelings into compost, which then goes back to feeding the plants. And then about chickens and whether they lay eggs or whether chickens become the fried chicken on their table.
Are you interested in farming?
Makes me kind of want to raise chickens.
Yeah.
Because those eggs that chickens make are really good.
They are.
My aunt and uncle have some chickens, and I've had fresh eggs. They're
My friend owns a farm.
Do you think you'll raise your own chickens now?
So do you.
Good job, you guys. What did you learn about the food bank and our food systems?
Well, I didn't really know what food banks were. I just thought it was where people went and stored food there and took it out when they needed it. But now that I know that it's where people will go to donate food and then people spread it out.
I didn't know that food bank existed. It existed.
I really like picking foods.
Yeah, I like growing gardens.
And you can take some with you too. So what was some of the reasons to have healthy soil out here on the farm?
Well, it helps plants grow.
Yeah, you can't really grow food or plants without fertile soil.
What's fertile? Fertile means like good, has
Rich in minerals.
Yeah, and it has air and water.